Hey, what's up guys? Alex here at the northwest corner of Bayview Avenue and Eglinton Avenue East in Midtown, Toronto. And I just got out of Leaside LRT station on line 5, and I actually just refilmed the elevators here because last time I came here and I filmed the elevators, it was raining outside and it was also rush hour. Didn't really appeal to me that much. So I wanted to do a better take, and sure enough I did, because it is Saturday early evening, April 11th, 2026, and it's 7:45 p.m. And it's around 10 degrees Celsius and the sun is going down. So I actually planned to make this walking video as the sun is going down because, I love sunsets, right? And it's been quite the adventure for me today. I started off by going to Mount Dennis Station, taking the 73B to Royal York Station, where I did a video there. And then I took line 2 to Bathurst Station, then the 7 to St. Clair Avenue, and I did a walking video through the Casa Loma district. Then I went to DuPont Station, took the subway to St. Patrick's Station, walked over to the Eaton Center, and then took the path to Yonge and King. I made a walking video along King Street East. Then I took the 504 to Broadview Station, then line 2 all the way to Kennedy Station, where I transferred to line 5 for the first time ever at that station. Previously, at previous times, I did transfer in the other direction. And then we had to get kicked off at Birchmount Station because there's a switch problem on the line. So that halted service between there and Sloane Station. So we had to take the shuttle bus. I did see crews working on that said switch just west of Hakimi Lebovic Station. And then we were able to get on the train at Sloane Station and continued on our way. And so, during, the last time I did a walking video through here was literally before line 5 opened, because, I wanted to make the series of walking the entire route. Because, it didn't really make sense for me to make a walking video along Eglinton and the LRT still wasn't open, right? Because we had to wait so many years for this. But now, with the LRT open, now that it's open, I definitely want to make more walking videos along that Eglinton Avenue, especially. So we're going to walk all the way to Yonge Street as the sun is going down. I probably don't need my sunglasses anymore. But yeah, been a productive day for me. Really nice weather out. It's nice and sunny. So it's mostly just residential along this stretch. But then as soon as we hit up Mount Pleasant Road, that turns into pretty much just commercial buildings and high-rises. There's still a few businesses along this stretch, although just not too much. But of course, the area gets a lot denser as we make our way towards Yonge Street and the Yonge Eglinton neighborhood. After this, I'm going to place an order for a medium pizza at my nearest pizza, right next to Oakwood Station. It'll be ready by the time I get there, so I'll just place my order on the app. I like pizza. I mean, I've been trying to distance myself from it because it's just a chain restaurant, but it's actually pretty good if you get like a whole pie. You can get like a pickup special if you order on the app. I think it's like $11 or something. Get like a 2-topping with a dipping sauce as well. That shit's good. I know people love to hate on pizza for tasting like cardboard, but I grew up with that, and I never had any issues with it. Maybe don't do delivery next time. Here's Banff Road, similar to like Banff, Alberta. A nice, the nice village right in the middle of the Rockies. Oh, I'm gonna make this late. I just really wanted to stay out until it gets dark because of the gorgeous weather. And we might be in for a hella good sunset. And of course, now it's appropriate to make a walking video heading west towards the sunset, because now that the sun is going down, there won't be any glare to contend with. Traffic's not even busy. It's actually moving very well. I guess it's typical for Saturday evenings on Eglinton. I guess when it's like near Allen Road, it's even busier because of the light cycles. So we're on the north side of Eglinton. We'll probably cross over to the south side at Mount Pleasant Road. Now, for about there's a squirrel. Squirrel just likely ran across the street. For about like a year and a half, I didn't make any walking videos in Eglinton because it just didn't feel right with the LRT not open at that time, and we were just sitting here waiting and waiting. And then, of course, I actually drafted a plan to walk the entire route in different phases, which I was, of course, able to do. I have a playlist of that. Eglinton has been my local street, well, my nearby artery for my whole life. Oh, there's the squirrel. Look at this squirrel. Where is this squirrel going? Is he just running around for no reason? Oh! Try to get up that wall. Come on, squirrel. Man, these squirrels are very playful. Come on, come this way. Come this way. Oh, whoa. That was fast. All right. Come on, I gotta stop and appreciate our big black squirrels at the city. You know where's also nice to walk around at this time? Mount Pleasant Cemetery. I've done that before. But I was also saying that, you know, there's many nature areas of the city I could really walk through now that spring is here. Should definitely do some research and check those areas out. I know of by like Scarlet Road, Weston Road, you know, the Humber River area. There's Edwards Gardens. But it also won't be too long until the cherry blossoms start blooming at High Park, and that brings many people out, because obviously the sakura blossoms are very, very photogenic and insta-worthy. I filmed the Schindler elevator in this building, I think 2 years ago. We're almost at Mount Pleasant Road. I just saw a bus turning. That's likely the 103. Oh yeah, I haven't actually really talked much about this, but how about the Artemis? Is that how you say it? Artemis? I don't even know. But that was such a historic mission to the moon. It was a crew of 4 astronauts. One of them, Jeremy Hansen, literally from Ontario, and Canada was literally right by his side, because essentially the Canadian Space Agency and NASA put a Canadian astronaut on the map, and he was having his presence pretty much known by the entire country. Even Prime Minister Mark Carney was making a few calls to the crew up on board in space and the rocket. And Carney was making a couple of Canadian jokes about maple syrup and all that stuff. But they successfully splashed down yesterday. And it was a very successful mission, because this brings humans near the moon, I think for the first time since the Apollo mission in the early 70s. And actually, this is a setup, because now in 2 years they actually want to bring humans back to the moon. And I think that's a very good idea. Again, the whole mission to the moon and the Artemis mission was just it's a very detailed thing. But it's literally like a champion for astronomy and science. As 34 bus rolls by. That's the local bus service for the LRT. I've actually taken that like 3 times since it opened. Or actually 4. I only take that if I had to wait very long for an LRT and I had to go like a few stops. Like Sunday, I was going to my fam's house near Caledonia Station, and I missed the westbound train on Easter Sunday. And now I'll be waiting for 10 minutes, so I went up to the bus bays and caught the 34 westbound, and it was perfectly fine because, you know, there was like no traffic for the holiday. So, and here we are, Mount Pleasant Road. So that means we'll be at Yonge Street maybe for the next 8 minutes or so, as things get even denser. There's the many high rises. There's the time, 7:57. Let me see if I could cross over. There we go. Oh, look at that. What an awesome sunset. That was an old bank building, and they've carefully preserved the facade. And now a second cup occupies this space, as with the entrance to Mount Pleasant Station. It feels like yesterday that this line was under construction, and it disrupted so many businesses, and the flow of traffic, everything was like literally dug up. That's all over. It's been over for many years. You know how hard it was back in like the late 2010s, early 2020s to like navigate the construction sites as they were building the stations? Because again, most of the stations they built using the cut and cover method, but most of the tunnels though, they were just carved out with a tunnel bore machine. Although there are some cut and cover tunnels at the portals and at Don Valley and Kennedy stations. And it was actually 2 weeks ago that I did a walking video on Sudan Avenue, which is a block or two south of here. It's a residential street in Midtown Toronto. So as soon as I'm done this video, I'm gonna place my order on the Pizza app. And like I said, it'll be ready by the time I get to Oakwood. And then, of course, I'll just walk home from there. We're in the heart of Little Jamaica, which, again, I've already made a walking video through that area. It was an area that was literally hit hard by all the construction. I know people like to roast this neighborhood because of its generic condos. It was very built up, but this is still a really cool walkable neighborhood. I know, of course, you guys know that Johnny lives around here, and also Alicia. And of course, this area isn't even far from where I live, just the 4 LRT stops. In fact, I can even see the Midtown skyline from my building. It's literally that close. Oh yeah, see? This could, I mean, judging by how this area was really became even more denser as they were building all this shit in the 2010s. This is like a mini downtown. Even though we're not even far from the downtown core itself. But Midtown, as I've said for over the many years, you know, it's really built up. You can ask Johnny about it because he knows a lot. He's done an apartment tour. Yeah, pretty cool neighborhood. I kind of wish I lived here, but I know rent isn't cheap. There's a Loblaws. There's many grocery stores around here. Got that, the Farm Boy, and Metro. Even this neighborhood is full of pedestrians themselves. This is how, like, dense this area is. Of course, so much has changed over the years. Go on Google Street View, you'll notice the difference from like what the area was in like 2016 or 2011. There's Dunfield Avenue, and there's another 34 bus. Normally these buses come every 20 minutes, but I've noticed sometimes they're like, it's like a 10-minute wait unexpectedly. It's just weird. Oh shit, that's the 74. My bad. It's getting even busier. We're making our way towards the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. And guess what? Each corner has an entrance to the station. And I've already did a video walking around that complex, which is huge, spans about 5 to 6 levels. It's really that deep. And it was a lot of difficulty to even build that station because they had to excavate around the existing Line 1 subway and had to work through infrastructure that was placed literally in the mid-1950s when the Yonge Street subway was built. So it's literally that difficult. And that's actually one of the main reasons why this line was delayed. This Shake Shack is fairly new. It opened back in October. And this McDonald's here was renovated twice, but that one's ass now because it took away a lot of seating. I remember, I was taking a break after riding the line on opening day. I just got a junior chicken sandwich and I had to sit. It was pretty bad seating. No shortage of fast food restaurants around here too. And here we are. Let's see, this is a better thumbnail here. All right, we made it. That took a lot less shorter than I could have imagined. And there's the entrance right there. And Canada Square just actually closed down. It's being redeveloped now. All right, guys, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.